Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Sunday, and that means it's Horseland Day. And this week's episode was The Awful Truth. The kids are learning more jumping techniques in their jumping class. But Chloe says that she knows how to do a jump that is traditionally taught in the more advanced classes. Impressed with her claim, she's asked to demonstrate her technique in the more advanced class. Now, Chloe must figure out what to do since she actually does not know how to do the more advanced jump. Okay, things I liked about this episode. First off, I liked the storyline. This is a really good, this episode had a really good story. And like all Horseland episodes, it did teach a valuable lesson, which is the second thing I liked about this episode. But one of the big things I liked about this episode is that instead of it being both sisters, because usually it's Chloe and Zoe learning something, like last week it was just one of them. Last week it was Zoe who learned a valuable lesson. This week it was her sister Chloe. So I like how when they have an episode devoted to the one sister only learning a lesson, they then have, and it may be a couple episodes down the line, an episode or the other one does. Though mostly it is a group, it's the whole group learning something. Secondly, I did like that they were showing that you don't learn the jumps all at once. I think some people think, oh, well, you learn, they see these people who do jumps in like shows that are events that are broadcast, and they're doing these complicated jumps, and some people think, oh, well, they learn that right off the bat. No, they start out small. So I like that they show that you start out small, and you work your way up to the more complicated jumps. Because it's not just the rider that has to learn the jumps, it's the horse as well. And then they have to learn how to do them together. I mean, I don't do any show jumping or anything, but I do from reading horse books, not actual books on horses, but books that are about horses, and people that love horses, that one of the big things with stuff like that is the horse has to trust you. The second thing, I mentioned this earlier, that I liked was the lesson. Chloe learns a big lesson, not only about telling the truth, but also about bragging. She wanted to show off to her sister and the others in their riding group, and probably impress Bailey a little bit, by making it seem like she knew more than she did, and she did end up getting herself into a little bit of trouble because of it. And that can happen when you do stuff like that, when you brag about being able to do something, whether you can do it or not. Saying you can do it or you're really good at it can get you in trouble. And especially if you don't come clean right away about something, can get you in trouble because you can end up, like Zoe, having to do something that you can't do. So I did like that. I did like that lesson that was taught in this episode. Sometimes you don't always have a two-lesson or a two-prong lesson in Horseland, and sometimes you do. This time you did, because I think a few episodes actually have that. So I did like that as well. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. Again, it covered a very good topic. It taught a very good lesson. I like that they mentioned another class, a more advanced class, because you really only see the friends, which, makes sense. The show's about them. And you losing my train of thought here. You would think a riding stable would have more than one class, and they do. You don't ever see them. I mean, you see some people in the background, like in the first episode. You did see some other people there that you don't really see much anymore. But the main focus is the kids, which makes sense as the show's about them and their horses. Okay, feel free to check out my other videos. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Number 1, no mean comments. Number 2, no bad or curse words in comments. Number 3, I'm not opposed to debates, but please keep them civil. And finally, number 4, be respectful to me and each other. Okay, please leave your comments and questions in the comments section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing, and the links for any sites mentioned in this video will be in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that are not on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends, basically the same deal. Any of my videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my Facebook group, Fanfic Corner. I'd like to apologize for not posting a video in a few weeks or months or however long it's been. I have been in the middle of and still in the middle of a room decoration project. And unfortunately, when I have a lot on my plate, TV talk is one of the first things that gets put on the back burner. I'd like to say that this will never happen again, but I'm a realist and it probably will. So all I can say is, I'm sorry in advance if it does happen again. Hopefully it will not be as long as it was this time though. Okay, please like and share if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube.